think so. Did it hit the button, go live? I guess we are live. Well, let me set this up here on the thing. Hey, if I'm acting goofy here, it's because I hit the wrong button and went live. Hey, let's go live. It says one's on there, so welcome aboard Lucky Dog Coffee Chat. We're out and about this morning. I'm trying to set it up here on the gimbal here. So if I get some weird pictures, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the gimbal set in place. Turn the gimbal on. There we are. I guess we're live early this morning.
Good morning.
Sue's out
if
here.
anybody's here.
I said 8 o'clock, so we'll make it a little longer because
we have beautiful scenery.
We have beautiful scenery because we kind of had a change of plans this morning in the way we was going to. We got to the flying field this morning, and what ended up happening, we got out to the flying field. Sue's looked goofy. So we got out to the flying field this morning, and it was so wet that I wasn't going to fly nothing out there. I've already messed up a quad. You might hear the AC running in the background. I'm going to step out here in a bit. Because we're set here. Good morning, Daytona FPV. Hey, I just flew FPV. I forget your real name, but
is this Damien?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
He'll have to tell me. Yeah, I just flew my Mavic. We're over here at Port Orange by the Intercoastal. Charlie. Okay, that's it. Charlie. I had just caught some
Charlie.
of your videos you had just put up recently. I just recently got a Mavic Air and been playing around with it. I got the goggles and stuff. Was planning on going out to the flying field this morning and do some playing around with the goggles. So got out there. It was it was wet, and I had a racing quad a week or two ago, and I dropped in some water and almost ruined it. Chat. And so we decided, hey, let's. We're in our Roadtrek camper this morning. We went over here by Port Orange, there by the Dunlawton Bridge. Found a place to park here, and I just did a drone flight and did some videoing, up the Intercoastal. I was shooting into the sun, so I'm not sure what the footage is going to look like, but I'm glad to see Daytona FPV on board. We do our morning coffee chat every morning. Most of the time it's from the house, but we're doing it mobile today. I don't know what my reception's like because I'm sitting inside the camper.
Normally do it at 8 o'clock.
Charlie says, I know that feeling. My GoPro is still sitting in the field over the core gaffer. I crashed it wing 3 weeks ago, and it's too wet out there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's terribly wet out of the field. This has been the worst year. Hey, Charlie, how's my video feed? Is it clear or not? Because I'm sitting inside the van right now.
Let me show the Roadtrek.
It said we had a 3G connection, and I happened to video and audio was great. Good. So I was wondering about. I just started earlier. I was messing around setting this thing up. Sue said you're live, and I must have bumped the video.
Yeah. He normally starts at 8 o'clock. Every morning he does a live chat at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's my morning normals.
Every morning.
At 8 o'clock,
And I looked over and I go, you're live. He goes, what?
So I hit the button. I was messing around with the phone trying to plug. I got a lavalier mic. I get down and see I use a lavalier mic for my voice so I can sound a little better. But I hit the button and so I went live. So I go, why not? We'll make the chat a little bit longer.
You go out and show the river a little bit.
Yeah, we will in a minute here. We'll go out and show the river and stuff there. But we're
hopefully some of the regulars will pop on at 8.
Yeah, usually about 8 o'clock.
Or maybe even a little earlier.
Yeah, like I say, I had the screen on and the other monitor waiting while I was filling around, and so I do. I feel you're a lot like me. I have so many different things I'm tinkering with. when I do my live chats at home, I use I think it's OSD. It's a software program that I chat from, and I can do so many things from it. And then when I get out here into the field, I got so many things going, and I love to tinker with toys, so that's my fun part. So, anyways, you've got the Phantom 4, if I remember right, and I've been seeing some of your videos. If anybody's out there, check out Daytona FPV. He's put out some really awesome videos. Oh, you have the Mavic Pro. Okay, why was I thinking you had the 4, the Phantom 4? I had the Mavic. No, let me get the Phantom 3, and I've always wanted I wanted the Mavic. I wanted the Mavic Pro, and they had some sales and stuff, and I was looking at this Mavic Air. Well, this thing has a lot of cool stuff on it. It's got front and back and underneath avoidance on it, which really finding that pretty cool. And so they didn't actually, I don't know if they had a sale on them or not. I guess it was a sale, and they decided I wanted to get one. But then I wanted the goggles. Bill out at the flying field has the DJI goggles, and so I ordered a pair of reconditioned ones, and they were only like $279, which pretty good price compared to what they're like $350. I think they were more than that when they were new, and I've messed with them a little bit at home. I didn't fly with them this morning because I was near water and I wasn't sure, what I was doing with them yet. So I was checking them out, but they're pretty cool, and I'm liking it. I've only had it this week, and I'm still getting used to it. How'd you find the goggles? Well, I just went on to I usually fly off the tablet. I went on to the DJI, their site, and they have one area there where they have their reconditioned stuff there, and I think it says bargains or something on the site, and you click on that. I was going to put a link up. I just set up an affiliate with them, so if you click on my link, I'd get a little kickback on it. I have it on you might be able to click it at the bottom of my description here. It says click to buy the Mavic Air. Maybe if you go off that site and then go to the top there and look for their reconditioned area, and if you happen to buy a pair, if you click on that link, it doesn't cost you any more, but I'll get a little kickback, which helps a lot, For
your channel, yeah.
And for my channel and stuff on it. So if you happen to do that, I might try that. But yeah, and I was a little bit concerned. I've never really bought anything reconditioned before, and so I was a little bit concerned about buying something like that reconditioned in that. But so far it's working excellent. For this Mavic Air, initially you have to do a firmware update on the goggles for it to recognize the Mavic Air. The Mavic Air doesn't have the OcuSync. Buying from them direct as DSI is usually pretty okay. Yeah, and it came out of Georgia, so I wasn't sure where it was coming from, but it came out of Georgia. It took about 3 days to get them, so I was impressed with that. And so I set it up with like I said, you have to update the firmware. I get the what is that called, DJI Assistant 2, that you download and you plug it in, and you can do an update on you can do it on your drone, or you can do it on your goggles, or any of the DJI products. So I did the recent update with it, and it's working great. I've flown a couple times off my backyard at home, and it's just amazing, the view. It's just like you're immersive. It's like you're right into it. It's just.
Said you can even watch movies on the goggles.
Yeah,
right?
You can plug them into a any HDMI output and put it in there. I hate the firmware. You seem to have to do everything to fly. Yeah, I know these no-fly zones have been a pain in the butt.
We live very close to the Dayland Airport.
I got a warning here this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, you said, you watched the movie with Fat Shark, so that's cool. Yeah, I got a warning right here this morning, I guess. I don't know if we're within 5 miles of Daytona or Spruce Creek, maybe. But you can, what I did is you can bypass it, and I did it, and I don't go over 100 feet. I keep it this morning. I think I was only about maybe 60 feet as high as I went. I figure I should be pretty safe. If an airplane's flying 100 feet, they're too low. You know, it's like
You better be landing.
if you're in a yellow circle, you're fine. It'll allow you to take off. I think I was this morning. The red, it won't arm, and that's what happens. And I think I was in the yellow this morning. It kind of gave me a little warning. You know, I was in that area. So, but it let me fly. It let me take off. And I know at home it wouldn't let me take off because I'm right next to DeLand Airport. So I mean, it's good. It keeps you safe and keeps you, legal and everything.
Just
so
show him how small the
it's,
package is that you carry it in.
oh, I'm sure he knows. It's just a little box there that this thing. The whole package is in a tiny little thing. You're good there, and at Spruce Creek, because it's MSB. So you can fly around the Spruce Creek because it's well. See, I thought about DeLand was that way because there's no tower or nothing at DeLand. But there's a lot of traffic, so I have to be really, really, really careful with that. Let me switch it around there. I don't know if you're familiar with how small let me get there we go. We'll flip it around here this way. And
this is our Roadtrek.
Yeah, this is our Roadtrek inside here. We're sitting here with the AC running with the generator going. But this is the, right here's the whole, get it right and get it focused on it. That's the Mavic Air right there. That's the whole package. It comes with the, I'm on a gimbal, I have to move it around. That's the whole thing. That even has, right there as an iPad. I've got the drone is in a box here, all the charging equipment, all the batteries, all one package. So that's the whole deal. You throw that over your shoulder, you can go out and fly, and I've got the goggles sitting over here. You have to carry them extra, but this is FPV goggles here for I was going to do out the field. But yeah, I was amazed how compact that whole system is. So I found that pretty amazing. Let me get my gimbal on the right mode here. I've got a gimbal I use on my phone here when I'm live streaming. I see someone else is on. Yep, I have the similar thing for the Mavic Pro. Holds my 3 batteries and everything else. It's pretty handy, when you're out just trying to go around. I'm gonna go ahead and step outside here now, since
like I said,
and show where we're at. We're the sun really makes it hard to see my screen, but just to give you an idea where we're streaming from, we're out here at the Intercoastal in Port Orange. Unfortunately, we're on this side of the river, and the sun, I'm going to be shooting into the sun to look up the river there, but we'll see what we can do. I see someone else come aboard. Good morning, welcome. We started the coffee chat a little early this morning because I accidentally hit the button. I guess that's a good reason as any, huh? So, welcome. Oh, somebody came on and went back off again. So I thought it was one of our regulars. We usually get, I don't know, 5 or 6 regulars that come on here every day. And let's walk out here in the dock. You can only go out here so far, but just a bad shooting into the sun like this. I'm sure it doesn't do any good there, shooting into the sun. It might not be too bad exposed. It's hard to see my screen here when the sun's blinking me out like this. But always looking to the east like that, that's what you're going to get. This is looking, up this way is looking north on the Intercoastal. What you see up there is South Daytona. We're actually in Port Orange. It's a little hazy on up to see all the way up to Daytona and the bridge and that there, but this is the Intercoastal way that goes from, actually this Intercoastal goes all the way from Key West up to Maine. You can actually take your boat all the way through, and a lot of them do that. I think they opened a new park over here. I'll have to look at it on the drone footage because I haven't really looked it over. I haven't been over here for a while. I used to do a lot of work over here on boats and stuff. Let's look down into the water once. It's a little murky. You can see a little bit. There's some cement things there laying down. I'm going to move around this way here, try to keep the sun. There's the Roadtrek over here. See a couple fish jump. And over here on this side, we got a pelican sitting on, I think it's a pelican, sitting on the post. This is a boat dock. I think they rent out boat docks here. And over on that side, you'll see the, that's Dunlawton Bridge. It goes over to Beachside from Port Orange. They had half of the bridge blocked off this morning. Cop cars had it. I think just one lane was closed down, but they were doing something over there. This little area just on the other side over here, they used to have a paddle wheel boat, and they had a restaurant on it, and it was really cool. Oh, DUI checkpoint, really? This early in the morning. Well, for people been out drinking all night, the DUI, they're just coming home from last night, so that's probably a lot of it. Yeah, that's scary. I used to homebrew beer and enjoy beer, but one of the things is you go out and you gotta be careful. A couple of the, especially craft beers, you get 2 or 3 of those under there. A lot of those have pretty good alcohol content in them. I've been going since about 8 last night. What's that? No, it's private. Is it locked? Well, it probably is, but it's private. Sue was trying to tell me to go through this gate, but I respect boat docks. I worked on boat docks. That's what I did before I walked back down this thing. That's what I did when I was still working. I hired now. I did boat interiors, did the upholstery work. I did bimini tops, a lot of canvas work. Did just anything to do with boats. So I've worked on about every dock in this area. Take another walk on down to this other end. There's a few more boat slips in here. Somebody needs a place to dock their boat. This would be a good place to dock your boat here. I don't know what time it is. Our normal feed is at 8 o'clock. Let me look on my phone here a minute and see what. Oh, it's 8:53. We're not even up to our regular time. A lot of our regulars won't come on till 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna make this a fairly long feed, as long as I don't run out of battery or anything there.
Is that gate locked?
Yeah, well, it's private dock.
Okay, so that
You gotta respect private property, So there's Sue sitting in the Roadtrek.
Morning.
We got the AC running. She opens the doors, but
yeah, I'll just shut the door.
That's all right.
Are you coming in?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not even up on regular time yet for our live chat.
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, but
You can walk over there.
well, I'll walk around here a little bit. I'm going down this
I'll
way.
shut the door.
So we're going to make this a long live chat this morning, just so that my regulars will pop in here at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, probably popping at some of them early.
Yeah. So we'll take another walk on down this way here. As you can see, it says no trespassing, no fishing. These are private docks. I pulled in here and didn't see no parking signs or nothing there, so I wasn't going to leave the van, or Sue will be in it. If they tell me to leave, I can leave. Hey, you walk on down here. This area on over here is where that used to be the what they call that, Captain Daddy's or something, and they had this paddle boat out here, and the Hurricane Irma, was it Irma or before that? Was it Matthew? Might have been Matthew. Pretty much destroyed the paddle wheel boat, but it was kind of cool. You could go in there and get drinks, you get something to eat. A little restaurant right there, and that was in this this lot over here. I was going to come over here and park, but they got chains across the drive, so you can't go in there and park now. This all is supposed to be Riverwalk. City of Port Orange has been working on that for several years. They want to make this shops and stuff all the way down here along the river, but they want to call this the Riverwalk. And I know I'm shooting in the sun again. I'm sorry about that, but everything is that way towards the sun, so I'm going to walk out here. It's called Riverboat Restaurant and Marina. but there's nothing here now. No trespassing or no fishing. Does that trespassing mean beyond that sign or on this dock? Look at that, that's a herring, I believe. I don't think that's a... Getting focused in there. Yeah, I believe that's a herring, a blue herring, if I'm not wrong. Got a little closer to him, so... But yeah, I believe that's a blue herring. Yeah, this is where the dock was when they had that riverboat. Somewhere, I have pictures on my Facebook site, and we'll have our motorcycle set in here with the riverboat in the background. There's a guy out there fishing. He's out to the end of the dock over there. But yeah, that's where what I use for my profile thing. Looks like down here some damage. See where that concrete's all smashed up? And that could have been boats and stuff hitting it during the hurricanes, because it pretty much destroyed that paddle wheel. It was setting over, clear over here. It was setting clear over here sideways after the hurricane. So it really made a mess of it. But yeah, they call that, if you can see it or not, I just see darkness. Boat Slips Rentals, open daily at 11. Riverboat Restaurant and Marina. This will probably come back. It just, right now, this is just a messed up area due to the storms and stuff. On over, I can see it, there's a marina somewhere over that way. I get my bearings here. Oh, it's on that way. I guess I'm looking at underneath that bridge. There's a boat launch. You can launch your boat in that. When I had my boat, I'd a lot of times come over there and launch it right off the underneath that bridge there. And the guy I used to work with, he lives right here in Port Orange. A couple of jet skis one day. We came down here and we launched them, and we come up here. We did a little jet ski racing out here and underneath that bridge over there. Went all the way out to the lighthouse and went out in the ocean and did some wave jumping out in the ocean. And I'll tell you what, that was a pretty, it was worse than working. You know, we had done a little job and we had the rest of the day off, and we took off, went jet skiing. And when I was done with that day, every bone in my body ached and hurt. Over the water a lot. I'm still chicken to fly over the water with my drone. Connection. Maybe my connected here, so maybe my video was getting bad in this area. I'm not sure what it looks like. I never know what my connection is like until I look at it later on, and unless some of you guys on board tell me what it looks like. But it said reconnecting, so maybe my video was getting bad up in this area. That's what happens live streaming out using mobile data. You're under the, whatever the mobile data is, that's what you end up getting. And see, it looks clear on my end, but once in a while it'll say something like reconnecting. Not over the Intercoastal. I'm still a little chicken myself. I'm flying over little retention ponds, etc., as long as I have high enough. Yeah, that's the way I am. I'm really chicken to fly. You know, I guess you can buy that Mavic insurance, and let me see this little car. Yeah, but it's a little blocky, but that's just the signal, and it's fine. Okay, yeah, it does that. A lot of times it'll just get a little pixelated and that on it. So as long as we're still connected. Yeah, I've been a chicken to fly certain things. A lot of times over trees and stuff, I get a little chicken at, you know, because you know, these things aren't cheap. And if you drop a drone in the water or in a tree and can't find it, you're out at the flying field. There was a guy came out there about a year ago. He had a Mavic Pro. Good morning, Ron. Hey, we got on here early this morning, Ron. So we're out here at the Intercoastal over here in Port Orange, because went out to the flying field and it was too wet. Oh, back to my story. A guy flew a Mavic out to the field, and I told him, I said, you get over those trees over there, stay at least. Yeah, man, trees are fine, but not any considerable amount of hydrogen monoxide. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I told the guy, he says, at least keep 100 feet over the trees. And he come back, he goes, I lost my Mavic up there in the trees. Well, those trees out to the field, that's nothing but a big old swamp land out there. And I see another person come. We got 3 on board now. It's coming up 8 o'clock, so our regulars are coming on now. So I hit the wrong button and started about almost a half hour early today, so we're going to extend it out for a while. But yeah, he lost it out there. It's still out there, somewhere out there in that woods. Probably no good now, but there's a Mavic Pro out there. So you guys just coming online to catch you back up. We went out to the flying field this morning. There was water all over the place, and decided not going to do it. And so we come over here to Port Orange. We're at the Intercoastal this morning. Had a chance, I flew the drone off of here for a little bit there. Did one small flight. But we're out here. So, oh, there's Denny. Good morning, Denny. So, see Denny's coming. Denny's up in Ohio. Ron's up in Myrtle Beach. So we're out here by the river doing our live chat this morning. And we got Charlie from Daytona FPV on there. We're coming up by the, hang on, I'll show you, there's a couple boats sitting here in the water. So I'm just walking around here and chatting, trying to show you the scenery. I'm going down around here a bit there. It's going to be real loud right now because I'm right past the camper with the generator running. I'm going to walk down the sidewalk here a bit and show you some more of the sights there. Well, this sidewalk just ends and goes out to the boat dock. Let's see if there's anything down here or not. I'm experimenting. Denny got rain this morning up in Ohio. It's pretty nice here. They're calling rain later on. We've had enough rain down here. I don't know that there's much down this way now. Let's go out here over. Sorry about the sun glare coming up here, but yeah, we had enough rain that it was wet out here, out at the flying fields. Like I said, we're out here to the Intercoastal now. I think Denny's been down here. I think we rode bikes together down through this way. Rain here later, and that's what we're supposed to get later on. I can see, you can get up in the sky, you can see some of the clouds already building up. I was afraid it was going to be raining first thing this morning. So anyways, like I said, we did a little something different. There's a new park over here that I got to check this out. Last time I was down here, they was working on this. It's over there by those palm trees, and maybe they've got a park set up there now. So when we leave here, we're going to drive down that way and check it out on it. So again, for anybody new coming aboard, this is the Intercoastal. We're pointing north right now. We're in Port Orange. What you see across the river should be South Daytona. And go on up there to the Daytona Beach. It's river's fairly calm. Sometimes the river gets a little choppy, but it don't look too bad right now. I've been out here on the river where it's been pretty rough there. This goes from Maine all the way up, already down to Key West. And that's kind of a nice place to have a morning coffee chat. So we thought we'd try this a little bit differently today. So Sue's sitting in the camper with the AC running. But yeah, they're supposed to make this all called the River Walk. I said this earlier, but the new one's coming aboard. The River Walk, City of Port Orange is supposed to put shops and stuff all up along here. And Hurricane has kind of changed some plans around. Again, there used to be over on this side. Get you dizzy, flip you around. You can't see much of it from here, but just on the other side I came back from was a paddle boat restaurant and that. I believe it was Matthew destroyed the paddle boat, took that out, so that was no longer. But these right here are private boat docks where we're parking. Let's flip back over. There's the Roadtrek sitting over there. This is it's a marina there. They didn't say no parking, so I parked there, you know, and hung out here. But it's a little different view than what we normally do. Let me flip myself around. So, oh, now you just see a big spot. I'll have to turn around this way. There I am. And now I've got the sun in my face. So good morning, everybody. Maybe Tammy would come on this morning. Originally, Tammy said that next time we got to the field, she said she wanted Sue to do this and wanted to see me fly. Well, I'm gonna flip that back around. So again, yesterday I talked this a little bit. Charlie, we was talking about the. I had the goggles. There's Sue. She's saying good morning to everybody. Wonder how much they use them boats. You know, that's interesting. These boats. I've worked on all these docks out here.
Buggy.
Yeah, it's buggy.
Buggy.
There's no bugs here.
Cool in here.
Oh, it's nice and cool in there. Probably not much. Yeah, that's right. All these docks, the Halifax Yacht Club, I mean, I've been on every dock in the area here, and a lot of those boats, you never see anybody on them. You know, there's a sailboat. Tell you a little story of a sailboat. I was working doing a Dodger. The Dodger is like the front little windshield on the boat there. And these people had just bought this sailboat, and they came down from Canada. That's where they were from. And I guess they were going to live in it. This was going to be their home. Some people do live in these boats. They dock them out here in the water, and that's their home. And so this lady, this was her first night there, and we were out there at the Dodger, and they were up at Halifax Yacht Club. They were parked, and she goes, "Hey," she goes, "is there sharks out here? I thought I saw one last night." I laugh. I go, "Yep, you probably did." And I go, "I don't know if you know this area here is the shark bite capital of the world." Especially New Smyrna area, which is just down the way I'm pointing. This New Smyrna, but most of them are black tip. A lot of black tip shark out on there. But yeah, she wanted to know if there were sharks out there, and I just looked yesterday or the day before. The Critter Fleet, the party boat that goes out fishing, they showed, man, they had tons of sharks they caught that day, and a lot of people don't want the sharks. They won't take them. They bring them up on board, and they'll sometimes they'll give them to you. Used to, I don't know, I haven't been down there for a while to see if they'd give them to you, but sometimes they would give you the sharks, and people just don't like them. But I tell you how they're good. You take the sharks and put them on your smoker, man, they're good. I like smoked shark, is really good. So kind of like smoked salmon in that. And so that's key. If you ever get a shark and you got a smoker, try smoking it once. It's really pretty good that way. So just a little trick. And I don't know if they still give them to you, because a lot of people just didn't want them, you know, and they would give them to you if you wanted them. So I don't know if that's changed or not. Fishing regulations changed. The red snapper, I guess there's seasons now. You used to be able to get all the red snapper and that you wanted, but now I don't even know if you can keep them at all. Only during the season now. You might. I'm not sure. I'm not up on the fishing laws, but and I used to catch the mangrove. Last time I went to Critter Fleet, we took the whole day trip, and we caught. Oh my gosh! I had 2 stringers full. Yeah, I heard that the shark is fine as long as you gut it right after you kill it. Yeah, I think it is. Get that blooded out right away, and it keeps it from getting that kind of gamey taste to it. Is an egret. I saw a bird fly by. Sue was asking me here if that was an egret. I can't see it from here. All I see is a gate. Oh yeah, here he is. The sun might, I don't know if you can see that. I can't even see the camera, but I can't even tell what it is for. I don't know if it's an egret, but there's a bird that just landed right up here on the rail. Sue wanted to point that out. I get in that sun, I can't even see the screen. Florida friendly boating. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't see the screen. Tells you how to boat in the manatees. They had a manatee yesterday. Came down here in New Smyrna, and from what they say was happened. Yeah, Sue said that was probably a herring. What was happened with this manatee? He beached himself because there was a bunch of males pestering the male manatees will pester the females to pieces, you know. And she was just getting tired of all the attention, and she got beached up on the shore. Then the tide went out, And so there she's stuck on the shore, and so a bunch of people kept her wet, made a little dam around, kept pouring water. We can see it okay, good. See, I can't tell because there's so much sun, I just see a glare on the screen here, so I'm not sure what you guys are seeing and not seeing. So anyways, they kept it, and finally they put a sling on it and took it back out to the water and rescued that manatee. But yeah, the males were pestering the females to pieces, kind of like real life, huh? See, there's a condo down here. That's here in Port Orange, right on the riverside. I got friends live on up above Daytona, has a condo right on the river, and it's nice. You can go right out there on the dock and see a few fish jumping out here. Let's point it out this way a little bit and see if we can get any pictures of the fish jumping out there. Usually those are mullets. Those crazy mullet will jump right up on the dock. You know, they commit suicide. But those mullets they jump and jump like crazy on it. It's clouded up a little bit since we got here. It was so bright sun there that you could barely see anything, but it's clouded up. And they say we're going to get some rain, so it's moving in. They said it came in early. This year, the rain has been, I mean, it's just rain, 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 rain. That seems like that's all we get is rain all the time. And everything's wet. There are some areas that are close to flood stage. Sue said he's taken off. Let's see if I can get him in the camera or not. Yeah, he's behind the boats and he's kind of low, so he's landing over there on another post. I can't tell if I have it in camera range or not. So that was a herring, I think. I should know my birds more. I know a little, but I don't know birds like I should know them. But yeah, I think that was a herring. We just had a dry week. Penny says you can see him. Okay, good. It's so hard. You know, that's the way I said we got these goggles for our drone, and I flew around yesterday. It is amazing. If anyone on there, I know Ron's flown a drone. With the sun glare, you can barely see what you're getting because you get a picture back from the drone. But it put these goggles on, and oh my gosh, it's just like you're right on board. It's almost like you're flying it, and well, you are flying it, but like you're right in it, and it's amazing and so you can see really good. Like I said, especially if we were on the other side of the river, it would be better because I wouldn't be shooting into the sun. But since we're on the west side, did you see that fish jump? That was a mullet, just jumped up out of the water. Yeah, since we're on the west side of the river, the sun's rising over in the east, so that's why we got so much glare. Pretty cool area out here. I actually don't come over here enough to enjoy it. You know, I really you live in an area that's beautiful like this, you kind of forget, you know, how nice it is out here, and you take it for granted, and you just don't come over as much as you should. So I just decided to drive over this way this morning, see what happens. So it's different. I'm sure it's like you're in the area. Yeah, Ron, that's the drone. It's like they call it immersive. It is. It's just like you're flying.
Like an eagle.
It looks like an eagle. You see a lot of bald eagles out to the flying field. Sue's always pointing out stuff, and I can't always see them. A lot to see out this way. It's probably one of the longest live chats I've had. We're coming up on 40 minutes because I said I hit the button accidentally and started about 7:30, and I would start I'd start at 6 o'clock. I used to, but nobody came on, so I'm an early bird. So it's going to be a pretty long chat. So we're going to walk back towards the van. And they came in. I see 4 people on here now. A lot of times on Saturday, not as many people come on because it's the weekend and they're doing other things. This is a pretty nice little area. I'm not gonna go too close to the camper because I said we got the generator running and it'll be a little noisy on it. So I think we're gonna go ahead and cut this chat off. Sue's gonna open. Let's just say hi and bye to Sue and Ron and Denny and Charlie.
Hi guys.
So we're getting ready to cut her off there, but This is, any bugs out there yet? Not a bug. I haven't had one bug on me this morning.
Dragonflies all.
Yeah, she said, Susan, I didn't even see a dragonfly, but nope. Ron says, hi, Sue. No, we haven't, I haven't had one bug on me out here this morning, so just a slight breeze gone, so that helps. I'm gonna flip it back around here a second and close up. I have to put my hand over my face, so I get, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here this morning there. Appreciate everybody coming by. Go see Charlie come aboard. Join us every morning. We're here at 8 o'clock. Today was early. Gonna get out of here and see what we come up with the rest of the day. Maybe I can find some more places to fly the drone. Never know. Good to see Denny and Ron aboard there, and anyone else that's coming aboard. A lot of times people are on board and don't say nothing, and if you're there or watching it later, you can watch this after the live stream's over. If you enjoyed it this morning, give us a thumbs up, and if you got any comments, leave it comments in the comments section below. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and always you can come on there and you can talk later on, or you can talk there. Ron says he's going to go make some egg and cheese and sausage on it. So everybody have a good Saturday. We're getting out of here. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll talk to everybody later. Bye bye.